What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In the last video I showed you guys how to build a Prinsu style roof rack. It's basically an exact replica. Super happy with the way that build turned out. Lots of helpful information, so if you haven't seen that video, definitely go check that out. About midway through that build, a company called Auxbeam reached out and said, hey, we'd like to send you some of our lighting equipment, which I thought was perfect timing because I feel like roof racks and auxiliary vehicle lighting kind of go hand in hand. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Auxbeam's the sponsor of this video. I'm going to be showing you guys the products they sent me. We're going to get everything installed on the vehicle. Then at the end, we're going to take everything out, show you guys how it performs. So let's get in the shop and I'm going to show you guys what we got from Auxbeam. All right, let's get all this stuff opened up. Save the best for last. First thing we got, these are the 3-inch pod lights. 2 color, 6 modes, which I'll show you once I get them installed. But they put out white and amber light. Really cool stuff. It comes with all the wiring that you need and all the mounts. Then we have, this is what they call the 8-gang LED switch panel. Basically what you can do with this is you can take 8 of your favorite accessories, wire them up to this guy, and then have this mounted right next to the steering wheel, and you can control all that right there. So anything, your light bar, your locking differentials, scene lights, whatever you have going on that's 12 volt, you can hook up to this. It also comes with this page of stickers so that you can customize your switch panel however you'd like to. It comes with this big fuse panel to wire up your 8 accessories here, mounting brackets, massive wires and fuses for the battery. What I'm noticing is that everything has like 2 different ways that you can mount it up. This switch panel has a bracket that can rotate so you can move that around how you like to, and it also has a bracket so that you can mount it flush. This stuff is really well put together, thought out. Everything that you think that it should include, it does include. It also has all the tools that you need to put everything together. Alright, on to the last thing. Really excited about this. This is the 5D Pro Series light bar. Oh, this looks awesome. Y'all check it out. I've never seen a light bar with these like 4 lenses up here for that hyper focus beam. That looks really cool. I requested the 42-inch light bar so it'll fit the new roof rack just perfectly. But this is really cool. Like everything else, it comes with your wiring, your hardware, brackets to mount it 2 different ways. This is awesome. Really well thought out. Super excited to get this mounted up on the vehicle. Let's get to it. All right. I'm not exactly sure how I want to mount this thing up. I originally thought I could just mount it across this first crossbar that goes over the wind deflector, but somebody mentioned in my previous video that this might make quite a bit of noise. I'm also considering just removing the wind deflector and then having the light bar sit closer to the roof just for a more low profile look. But I might just mount it up a couple different ways and see which makes the least amount of noise. Alright, got this thing all mounted up. I'm going to take it on a little test drive to see if it makes any noise, but it is protruding a little bit above the roof rack, just a little bit, maybe 3/4 of an inch. What I think I'll do is I'll make some additional holes for this, or I might even move it a little bit. That way the whole light bar sits flush right there. I just like everything to be nice and flush, but I don't want it to be touching the roof. We still got an inch or so right there. It could come down. So it might be close, but I think it could happen. All right, I just got back from a little test drive. Wanted to make sure it didn't make any noise. Thankfully it doesn't. It sounds exactly the same as it does with the wind deflector, but I just wanted to be sure before getting it all wired up. But man, I think this thing looks awesome. All right, for the 3-inch cube lights, I think I'm gonna set these guys up as ditch lights, so they'll be mounted somewhere right about here over the cow. It's not like I do a whole lot of overlanding here in Mississippi, but I think they look cool, so we're just gonna go with it. The only problem is I don't have any ditch light brackets for a 3rd Gen 4Runner. So let me go fab up some real quick. All right, here we go. Here's the bracket that I made for the ditch lights. Let me know in the comment section below if you're interested in how I made these. But real simple, they just bolt right here underneath this hinge and they don't interfere with anything. So let's get this installed. Alright guys, the ditch lights are installed. I think that turned out really nice. Really like those brackets. These guys are super solid. They do not vibrate at all. Time to get everything wired up. Alright, I'm figuring out this 8-gang switch panel. It's pretty simple. So you're going to start with this fuse box here. It's got 4 cables, positive, negative. Those are going straight to my battery. Then you have this black cable here. It's this like braided line that just plugs in to the 8-gang switch here. And then we have this red wire coming off that doesn't go into anything. And it also comes with this piece right here. Let me show you what we're going to do with that. Alright, so this red wire, it powers the switch itself. So I took our red wire, I threaded it through the firewall and then into the vehicle. Once we're in the vehicle, you're going to crimp your red wire to this lead right here. You may need to add extra red wire if that original red wire is not long enough, but that's not a big deal. And then we have this guy right here. You'll notice we have a 5-amp fuse, and then right above that we have a spot for another fuse. My fuse panel on the inside is right here. What you want to do is you want to find this accessory fuse right there. So I'm going to remove this 15-amp fuse. And then we're going to take the 15-amp fuse that we removed, we're going to plug it in right there. And then we're going to plug this right where the 15-amp fuse was. And it just plugs in just like that. And that's all there is to it. Now when we turn the key on, this should light up. Perfect. If this is lit up when the key is not turned on, you've put the fuse in the wrong place. Now all we need to do is we need to wire the light bar directly into this fuse panel here. So we're going to find one of these fuses that can handle the power. We'll use this 30-amp fuse. I think I need to bump it up to a 40-amp fuse. So you could change out any of these fuses to whatever the demands of the accessory are. So we'll change that fuse out, and the light bar will just plug right in here. It shows you what's supposed to be positive, what's negative. Real simple. So wiring up the light bar is going to be really easy. We're just going to cut the main cable. That will plug right in, and then this will be the switch for it. The cube lights, however, will be a little bit different because it has on and off, but it also has the different modes that you can use. So I might just have this as a standalone system, not plugged in to the 8-gang, and then just have this attached to my dash where I could change the modes. Or I could just plug the power wires in here so I could still control on and off here, and then I could have the switch kind of hidden somewhere in the vehicle so I could change the modes if I want to. But I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I might just end up leaving it out of here, and then I'll have one more space opened up for a different accessory. So yeah, it's just kind of a quick overview of what I got going on. I'm going to get the rest of this wired up, and then we're going to go test these lights. Alright, so far we got the light bar wired up. The wire comes down the door through the fender. It's right here, runs to the switch panel. And then on the 8-gang, it should be this guy right here. Boom. So you can do all on or all off. There we go. That's awesome. Got everything wired up. cables managed as well as I can. There's just a bunch of extra cable that I had to just zip tie together there. I mounted this fuse box on top of this guy, so this is not going anywhere. But yeah, none of this was really hard. I got this wired up in a little over an hour. Wasn't bad. Honestly, the hardest part was getting those wires through the firewall down there. That was kind of a huge pain, honestly, but we made it happen. The last thing I really need to do is just add these stickers. All right, it's time to go test out our new lights. Alright, so we're in a real secluded area, and I have my camera settings set up to kind of what is true to eye, really. So this is low beams on the 3rd gen, this is high beams, and then this is the Auxbeam. Boom. Need to turn that down a little bit, it's a little overexposed, but wow. Look how bright that is. It really just lights up the world. That is insane. And it's weird going back to just your regular headlights after you know what it could be. But good gracious, that thing is so freaking bright. Love it. Then we can change the modes over here. That is white and amber light. It's kind of hard to see on camera. That's both of them. And then we have blinking white. That's just blinking amber. That's the alternating. You see that? Then solid white light, and then back to amber. So that's pretty cool. Lots of different things we can do there. That's awesome. Now I'm going to turn on the ditch light so you can kind of get an idea of how bright those are. The whites are more of a spot, and if we turn on the amber, they're more of a flood. But definitely very functional. This is the amber and the white light going at the same time. I can go through the cycle, through the settings, back to amber. Super bright. Man, these lights are so bright. Alright guys, I hope you all have enjoyed this video. I know this is a little bit different of a video than my normal builds, but I hope you all have enjoyed it either way. Be sure to use the coupon code in the description below to get 10% off of Auxbeam products. Definitely go check out their stuff. Really liking this light bar and the ditch lights. Want to thank Auxbeam for sending me these products. Really appreciate it. Definitely helps out the channel. And we'll see you guys in the next video.